From possible intentions of raising a flood of blood to saying his opponent doesn't use much brains during a fight, here's everything you need to know about Rafael Fiziev's weird comment about Justin Gaethje. It looks like Fiziev has quite the appetite for his upcoming bout with Justin Gaethje. In fact, he's so hungry he's got Gaethje's heart on the menu. Talk about taking the phrase "eat your heart out" to a whole new level. But hold on, folks. Before you start getting too excited about this cannibalistic cuisine, don't forget that MMA heart eating can land you 50 years in the slammer. Yikes! Looks like Fiziev might have to settle for a protein shake instead. In all seriousness, though, Fiziev seems to be taking his fight with Gaethje very seriously. He's ready to put on a fireworks show for all the fans in attendance at UFC 286, and he's not afraid to get his hands dirty, or his teeth, if you prefer. As for Gaethje, well, I just hope he's been working on his cardio, because he's going to need all the heart he can muster to take on Fiziev. And if he happens to lose, at least he can take solace in the fact that his heart is still safely inside his chest. In the end, it's all in good fun. These fighters are some of the toughest, most dedicated athletes in the world, and they put it all on the line every time they step into the octagon. And if Fiziev happens to win and wants to celebrate with a heart-shaped cake, well, who are you to judge? Hold up, though. All this consuming hearts business reminded me of one of the most gruesome crimes in MMA history. I hope you haven't eaten yet, because this one might spoil your appetite for the rest of the day. Back in 2010, a man named Jared Wyatt, who was an MMA fighter, was arrested for the murder of his friend Taylor Powell. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh no, did he punch him too hard or something? Well, unfortunately, it's much worse than that. Apparently, Wyatt and Powell were on the same psychedelic mushrooms when things took a turn for the insane. Wyatt decided to do his best impression of a horror movie villain and cut an 18-inch hole in Powell's chest. But wait, it gets worse. He then proceeded to rip out Powell's heart and cook it. Yes, you heard that right. Cook it. I guess he wanted to see if human heart tastes like chicken or something. But that's not all, folks. Oh no, it's not over yet. Wyatt also cut out Powell's tongue and ripped his face off. This was a truly heinous crime, and there's no excuse for it. MMA is a sport that requires discipline, dedication, and respect.
Gaethje trying to set up a submission here, DC.
Yep, and you know, these guys do combat sambo their entire lives, you know, so if you present an opportunity to get a sub, it's over. He'll go get it. There it is. He's got the arm.
And there's the tap.
Another big finish for Islam.
And Wyatt's actions went against everything that the sport stands for. It looks like justice was served in the case of Jared Wyatt. After agreeing to a plea deal, he's now set to spend the rest of his life behind bars, with the earliest chance of parole being in 2062. That's a long time to think about what he's done, assuming he's capable of feeling remorse. District Attorney John Alexander expressed relief that the plea deal was reached, sparing Taylor Powell's family the agony of reliving the horrific incident in court. It's hard to imagine the pain and trauma they must have gone through, and anything that can lessen their burden is a small mercy. It's also worth noting that Wyatt attempted to use the not guilty by way of insanity defense, but medical professionals evaluated him and deemed him 100% in control of his faculties and competent to stand trial. So in case Fiziev is being too serious about all this smelling and eating a man's heart thing, he better think of Wyatt's fate. Okay, I think it got a tad bit too serious there. So time to hop back to how Rafael Fiziev is ready to rumble in London town. In the first episode of the UFC 286 embedded vlog series, Fiziev was caught on camera getting hyped up for his upcoming fight against Justin Gaethje.
Cerrone takes a knee and he's taking more punishment.
He's hurt bad.
Gaethje has him down.
It's over.
Justin Gaethje by first round knockout again.
Holy smoke, Justin Gaethje has some power.
And it seems like Fiziev is looking to turn the octagon into a bloodbath. Gaethje is known for being an all-out brawler, which is exactly what Fiziev is hoping for. These guys are like two kids in a candy store, except instead of candy, they want to pummel each other into submission. It's like they say, blood, sweat, and tears. Although in this case, the tears will probably be coming from anyone watching the fight. One thing's for sure, Fiziev is not one to shy away from a fight. He's ready to to throw down and spill some blood in the process. And while that might be a bit unsettling for some, for these two fighters, it's just another day at the office. In case you got a bit scared, don't worry, I'm sure it was all in good humor. Still, be prepared, because it looks like this fight is going to be a doozy. Apart from the obvious weird statement, you should know that the lightweight division is on fire, and Rafael Fiziev is looking to burn it down even more. With the likes of Beneil Dariush and former champion Charles Oliveira in the mix, Fiziev knows he needs to make a statement if he wants to be in the title conversation. And to be very real, Fiziev knows how to make a statement. He's already taken down Brad Riddle and Rafael dos Anjos.
New interim UFC lightweight champion, Justin the Highlight Gaethje.
In his last two appearances, it's like he's playing a game of anything you can do, I can do better.
For the winner by unanimous decision, Rafael Fiziev.
With the rest of the division, if Fiziev keeps up this momentum and takes down Gaethje this Saturday, he'll be on his way to the top faster than a cat chasing a laser pointer. He'll be a force to be reckoned with, and his opponents will be shaking in their boots at the thought of facing him. Keep an eye on Fiziev this Saturday, folks. He's ready to light up the lightweight division and make a name for himself. And if he keeps up his winning ways, we just might have a new champion on our hands. On top of that, Fiziev is really looking to sink his teeth into this fight with Gaethje. He knows that Gaethje fights with heart, but according to Fiziev, fighting with just your heart can be a double-edged sword. Sure, it's great for stamina and determination, but it can also leave you vulnerable to fighters with a better IQ.
Dude.
Rafael Fiziev knocks out Renato Moicano. Moicano protests immediately, but Rafael Fiziev, the real deal.
Fiziev has a killer IQ when it comes to fighting. He's like the Einstein of the octagon, using his brain just as much as his brawn. If he can outsmart Gaethje, he'll be serving up a real masterpiece. But don't count Gaethje out just yet. He's one tough cookie to crack, and he's already got 2 cracks at the undisputed lightweight title under his belt.
Under 2 minutes. What a
My
fight.
goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Oh my goodness, he heard him. Oh my God.
Gaethje with a cracking right.
Chandler is hurt again. Oh, my goodness. Jab by Gaethje.
A win over Fiziev would put him right back in the mix for another shot at the title. It's going to be a battle of brains versus heart. Who'll come out on top? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, it's going to be a real heart-stopper of a fight. Just maybe not in the literal Wyatt style. In the end, Gaethje is still a dangerous opponent.
Cerrone takes a knee and he's taking more punishment.
He's hurt bad.
Gaethje has him down.
It's over.
Justin Gaethje by first-round knockout again.
Holy smoke, Justin Gaethje has some power.
And Fiziev will have his work cut out for him. It's going to be a clash of 2 lightweight titans as they step into the octagon on March 18, 2023. Will Fiziev's recent streak be enough to take down the brawling Gaethje? Or will Gaethje's heart and experience lead him to victory? And with that, it's a wrap on Fiziev's weird comment about Gaethje.